Do a quick, very quick guide on what to build on Caitlyn and why, what runes to take. We've won pretty much a million games of the last million games. Everyone in chat wants to see it, so and I got a lot of questions, so here you go. Okay, so what rune do you take on Caitlyn? If you've been watching this channel, you have seen me go First Strike, you have seen me go Halo Blades, you have seen me go Lethal Tempo. These are the three main runes, the three main setups I think you should be playing on Caitlyn. So when do you go which one? First Strike, the most niche. You take this First Strike setup when you want to maximize econ and your ulti poke onto enemy bot lane is worth. So what I mean by that is in the mid game or after you're level 6, you ulti the AD or support, they cannot shield or heal it, so the poke sticks. Okay, and you want to ulti them on cooldown with your First Strike. This is best against poke supports like Xerath and Zyra. That's pretty much it. Okay, you want to punish these picks. Now why take First Strike when they can just turn it off during laning phase? It's because when you do this onto, like, let's say for example enemy support is Xerath. Okay, post the laning phase, you press R on him. Every single time you see him, he will enter every fight with 75% health at first, then 60%, then 50%, then 40%. You can't ward or fight or participate. He has to go home. Okay, the game is basically like 5v4. It's amazing. Okay, and you get to not only that, but you're making money with cashback First Strike. You end up making about like 800 plus gold every single game when you get to like the 20-minute mark ish. If not more. Okay, so this is the set we do, and then of course, you know, the rest of this should be self-explanatory. Cookies to not lose lane, triple tonic if for fun. You know, this gives you 40 gold, I guess. Jaguar trades just max AD. You can go cosmic if you want, and then absolute focus gathering storm. Every page will run absolute focus gathering storm no matter what. Otherwise, you cannot carry late game with this Caitlyn champ. Okay, second. Okay. Oh, sorry. End the build. You go First Strike. You go Collector first, always, unless you're rich as hell and you go IE first. Basically, all these builds, if you're rich as hell, always buy the BF component and then buy IE or whatever you can buy, Yuntao, whatever, depending on what build you're going. But always buy the BF component if you can. It's impossible to buy otherwise. You're going Collector, IE, LDR as default. In this, I changed order because I was super rich, so I went IE first. But this is your default. You can mess around with it. You can go Collector Opportunity IE or Collector Opportunity LDR. Just if you're feeling a little funky, it gives your ulti a little more kick when you have Opportunity and First Strike up. But you have a delayed headshot crit power spike, so be warned. I would probably do that for fun with Collector Opportunity IE. And then LDR, but LDR got buffed, so I wouldn't really recommend this. This is just kind of for fun if you want to do that. Okay, Opportunity is pretty fun, I can't lie. Okay, next is the second most niche. It is the Metro Archer Halo Blades page. Okay, if you don't know who a Metro Archer is, he is the highest ranked Caitlyn one-trick in the world. EU West 1000 OP plus every season. He's a beast. He goes Halo Blades into Sudden Impact, this new Sixth Sense instead of, because they got rid of the Eyeball collection, Treasure Hunter, and then Absolute Focus Gathering Storm. And he goes Collector IE LDR. He's playing for the boom, 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 basically, like very strong in lane and out of lane rune page setup, just maximum power. That's not for extended fights. It's just front loading all the Caitlyn damage. Okay, the reason why we don't do this anymore, or at least I don't, is because this page got nerfed when they removed Sixth Sense. You're losing like 18 AD or whatever, or 18 adaptive 40, whatever. You're losing AD because they like removed the third rune of the domination tree. Hellblade has been nerfed so many times. I do think you run this page when you can't go Lethal Tempo or First Strike. For example, you want to fist fight in lane, so you can't take First Strike because First Strike sucks in lane, right? You want to fist fight in lane, but you don't want to take Lethal Tempo because there's no easy way to stack it. They don't have a melee support. You're basically playing against all-in range champions. This is like a Twitch Lulu. This is like Lucian Melio, Lucian Nami, whatever. You fist fight, you take Halo Blades. This is where you go, okay? Yeah, that's Halo Blades. The setup is always Collector IE LDR. Can mess with the build. If you're rich, you go IE LDR Collector. It doesn't matter. Your first three items need to be Collector IE LDR. You round this out with Shiobo. You're a walking menace. You build BT after that, and you call it a day. Okay. The First Strike page was to finish out the build. Collector IE LDR, and then Opportunity BT sell boots for RFC. That's your default Exodia 6 item. Your fourth item is up to you. depending on what order you want to do it in, it is up to you. Do you need BT? You can get BT. If you don't need BT, you can go opportunity. If you really love rapid fire or you think you need it or whatever, you can go with that too. Okay, but my default order is always collector, IE, LDR into opportunity, BT, sell boots for RFC. Now, the last page, which is the newest page that I'm sure a lot of you guys are here for, is the Lethal Temple Yuntao page. I always told you guys this shit fucking sucks. Lethal Temple sucks. Yuntao fucking sucks. Well, guess what? After the buffs, this page is now viable. Okay, they gave Yuntao big buffs, and now attack speed, like people like to call it attack speed, I just call it like crit or Yuntao Caitlyn or whatever. Yellow Caitlyn is now viable. Okay, so what you do is when you go this page, when you're playing against enemy support, enemy melee support. That's like all in kind of stuff like Braum, Rel, Nautilus, Blitz, whatever. People can hit a lot, like Zac, for example. All these pages I'm going, Lethal Temple, I'm playing against stuff I can hit. There's like a Thresh here. You could go Halo Blaze in this lane, by the way. Lethal Temple against a Rel, Lethal Temple against... okay, I should not take Lethal Temple this game, but you get the point, okay? Against... you basically need all in power in lane, and you're going to stack it really well by hitting the enemy melee champ. And the build is literally just Lethal Temple, i.e. LDR. Your fourth item, usually Shield Bolt or Collector. Don't go Essence. I'm pretty sure it's not good. But you can also go Zeal item if you really want to. PD can be acceptable. It's kind of fun to go PD against like triple tank. Rapid fire, usually speaking, because you have a lot of attack speed and you need the RFC to access backline with your headshot crit F4 items. But basically, it's just know that it's lethal. It's Yuntao, i.e. LDR. These are the first two items locked in stone. This shit does not work otherwise. Do not attempt to deviate from this build. You suffer in this build because you cannot buy this. It requires 2 BF swords in your first 2 items. It's basically impossible. But you will do your best to achieve this by buying the shitty components of Yuntao, Longsword, Scout Slingshot, and then buy your boots too, because you got nothing else to buy. You base with 1100 gold, and then finally you buy BF Sword eventually, and then finally get Yuntao probably like at the end of the lane phase. The way this plays is usually right click the closest guy. Always take attack speed. Don't take this bloodline garbage. This shit is pretty much worthless. Presence of Mind, you can like replace this with whatever, but I don't think Triumph does anything. I don't think Absorb Life does anything. Just take Presence. And then Cut Down, of course, is the best rune in the Precision Tree, except for the yellow keystones. Absolute Focus, Gathering Storm, the usual. The full build looks like Yuntao, i.e. LDR. Then you round it out with whatever you need. Usually BT, can be a Zeal item, the Rapid Fire. Sometimes they have 5 divers. You just take a Shield Bolt, totally fine. I think this build is kind of hard to sell boosts for opportunity. It doesn't really make as much sense because opportunity, you just like hit 1 time GG, and Yuntao is hit 10 times GG. So instead of opportunity, I would probably consider something like Ghost Blade potentially. Not really sure. Would have to get to that point where we sell boots for 6 item, but maybe you don't sell anything. I don't know. Haven't gone there yet. Anyways, that's pretty much sums up what you should take and why and when. If you do have questions, definitely let me know in the comments below. I don't know if this video will have any like example clips, but it probably should if I'm not being lazy to make a good video. But yeah, hopefully that answers all your questions. Always take barrier, by the way. I know, or if you want to try copying Metro Archer, you can try and take Ghost and push and then Ghost to run away. But I think barrier is just easier to use and more effective for outplaying enemy top, jungle, mid when they're trying to interact with you. Remember DNI every single game, okay? Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. If you like this kind of content, you want to help support, please come say hi on stream. We're always streaming every day. Streaming our Caitlyn gameplay usually, or whatever build we're trying to test, and or consider checking out my Patreon. Links are in the description below. Chat, you can say hi, you can say bye. Yeah, I will go to bed at 9 a.m. I will see you guys next time. Yeah.